Just want to get this. As a man thinketh, write this down. You can't stop birds from flying over your head, but you can stop them from making a nest. Meaning you can't stop thoughts. Everybody has thoughts. Doesn't matter who you are. Myself, Pastor, Overseer, Bishop, Kenneth Copeland, Joyce Myers, Joel Osteen. But we can stop them from making a nest. Thoughts of doubt, thoughts of fear, thoughts of sickness, thoughts of failure. So the law of thinking is as a man thinketh in his heart. So Sigmund Freud had to understand that the heart of man is the subconscious mind. The soul of you, the heart. So whatever you keep putting, you are what you think. I got one even thank you for the pastors having welcome. Let me say it again. Can I tell you something? You where you are right now. Don't tie that up. Because of your thinking. No, brother, it's the devil. The devil, no. The only real devil is the devil you create. Because the Bible said, for this purpose the Son of God manifested, that he might destroy the works. The works. And I'm going to tell you something that Overseer told me off and just I never thought of it like that. Remind me to come back to it. Say, come back to it. All right, so I won't forget it. So whatever you keep putting in your subconscious mind, thoughts, what to say, Overseer? That's what you produce. Thoughts are seeds. There's stuff that was in us from our childhood. And the worst thing that happened was stuff that they put in us in church. Well, if you sick, God is getting the glory. Remember Job. Come on, somebody. Well, you know, if you get too rich, you won't go to heaven. Because the Bible says hard for a rich man. So you settle for now, but this 2019 is a great year, and there's many of you that's in here, many of them coming to this meeting, that's going to get a supernatural breakthrough. Amen. And financial establishment. So now notice I didn't say a financial miracle. I said financial. I just saw a miracle for January, a condo miracle for February, cell phone, huh? Yeah, a constant flow, but also a constant overflow. Amen. I got that running there. One philosopher said, when you change the thoughts, you change the man. In Genesis 1:26, when it says, let us make. Now the Arabic word for man, the original word for man was mind. M-I-N-D. Because man is nothing but mind clothed in flesh. You can take a person that's handicapped. As long as they got a good mind, they still can work, they still can function. Or you can take a person that has Alzheimer's or dementia, come on somebody, and I don't care how healthy they are, once their mind is gone, that is it. Yes. You got to, come on and say process. Process. There's not even in the notes, but I just feel it. Everything that you've gone through, it's important that you, I guess it's the psychologist part of me coming out. It's very important that you process, you sit down, everything that irritates you, the whole Taylor family. Somebody say the Taylor family. Y'all heard of Taylor family? You never heard of Taylor family? You really have. Dictator, imitator, agitator, aggravator. We all know the Taylor family. Yeah. So everything, see, it's how you process stuff depends on how you get through in life. If you lost a job, don't process it as a loss. Process it that another door is going to open. Amen. If you've had a bad marriage, a bad relationship, don't process it as a bad relationship, a bad marriage, or process it, God, you did me a favor. You got rid of that no good rascal. Amen. Before I killed him. Amen. Come on, somebody. That's somebody process. Whatever, see, what happens, we have dominating thoughts. Mm-hmm. Those dominating thoughts control our lives every day. Your dominating thoughts different, mine is different, whatever. But you have to go. I want you to write this down quickly. If you don't go within, you'll go without. That's right. If you what? If you don't go within, Because everything that you need is coming from within. It's not what goes in a man that corrupts him. It's what comes out of a man. Come on, Bible folks. So the job has to be done on the inside. You got that? Oh, what did I say? I forgot. But I said, well, you don't go within. Now I want you to write this down too, since the beginning of the year. It's very important, look at me, ladies and gentlemen, that you reinvent yourself.
Yes, amen.
You have to do that, not God.
Amen.
There was a period of my life that I had to reinvent myself in traveling and prophetic ministry. I got burnt out. Hello, somebody. Burnout is good because burnout means there's another part of you that's trying to evolve. Burnout does not mean you go home and you sit. Come on, somebody. A year or two, you sitting there because I'm just burnt out with my job. I'm burnt out with it. No, there's another part of you that's trying to evolve. What did I do when I began to experience burnout on the road? I began to go within. And I realized there was more to me than what I was doing. Say that. There's more to me. Now you got to say it real loud. These days, when I motivate major companies, they say it real louder. There's more to me.
There's more to me
than what I'm doing.
doing.
Watch me. When God put Adam and Eve in the garden, He gave them one river, Genesis 2, with 4 streams. Hello, somebody. Out of their belly shall flow rivers of living water. Are you listening to me? So when in navigating your life, when you want to do something bad enough, God will send people in your life to help you go to the next level during your period of being involved.
Amen.
I was living in, most of my friends, good friends, are Caucasian, so I've learned Caucasian preachers, Caucasian businessmen, so I've learned so much from them, and I've learned how to think different.
Amen.
Come on, somebody. Some of them have lost major $5-10 million businesses. One friend of mine lost his business, I think about $20-some million, and I was going to call him and, pray with him and say, oh man, what happened? But he called me, he said, hello, Darryl. Because I had put a call into him, and he said, hello, Darryl, how you doing? And I said, well, he said, I'm doing great, man. And before I could say what I heard about what happened, he just went on. He said, oh, you probably heard I went through something. He said, I don't worry about that. He said, something great is getting ready to happen. He said, I've already made some other investments.
Amen. Amen.
Here I am living in Sherryville, Indiana, right across the bridge from Chicago. And I don't say this all the time. I share this some things. I don't even mention it a lot. And I wanted to go back to school because I was burnt out. So, over the I'm sitting in the service. The man by the name of Steve Muncie comes on TV a lot with Mark Cirillo and Benny Hinn. I was attending his church for 12,000 members, 4 services. Let me throw this in. 12,000 members, 4 services, 400 and some volunteers. 80% of them were African Americans. Didn't have the problems and the issues and the fires and putting out fires that we have to put out in our churches. Come on, somebody. And Steve's Caucasian on Monday. I have to tell you about that. Somehow, by favor, I ended up being the chairman of the school, the chairman of the board of the school. We would have staff meetings on Monday for about an hour and a half after that. Steve off somewhere else with Benny Hinn, Mark Cirillo, somebody. But everybody stayed in their own lane. Wake up. Stay with me now. I'm a musician. I play organ and piano. Come on, somebody. But I never dealt with the choir because that's not what he brought me in for.
That's right.
And he had to be quite a little girl on the organ, wasn't the greatest. Come on, somebody. But I never tried to scoot her off the organ. I never said, well, let me direct the choir because I was not there for that. And in church, listen, my father's children. Learn to stay in your own lane.
Amen.
Maybe somebody can sing better, you can sing better. It's not about that.
Yes,
It's about you being available. Come on, somebody. You being faithful. Thank you, Holy Ghost. God judges success different. God judges success by obedience and by faithfulness.
Amen.
Amen.
So I had just did a couple of revivals, and I think Steve had 4 services. I think I went that morning to the, I think I went to the 9 o'clock service, not sure. And I'm sitting, Bishop, give me a chair right here, Bishop, please. And I'm with somebody, and I'm sitting, somebody said the power of the seed.
The power of the seed.
Now, I never sat in the front. After I became the chairman, I would sit right behind him with the staff. But I'm sitting there in this offering time, and the Spirit of God said, take everything that you have, all the cash you got, and put it in the basket so nobody can trace where the cash came from. I'm mature enough in God that whatever God wants from me, He can have it.
Amen.
Amen.
I don't have to wrestle and war with God, because I'm convinced now that you really can't beat God's giving no matter how hard you try.
Amen. Amen.
So when the basket came, I reached in, took all the cash out, put it in the basket. You know how they do it at the Caucasian churches. They can pass the basket. You can't do that at our churches. Come on, somebody. Because we just look at the basket. So that's true. They're on another level. Come on, somebody. There's Caucasian churches I go to. I said, okay, y'all, it's offering time. I can do the offering in the beginning, in the middle. It's offering time. They place the basket. There's a check for $5,000. There's a check for $10,000. There's $300. And we're going. And it's an easy flow. But in our churches, many times, we got to prime and pump folks in order for them to respond, or we have to prophesy them to get them to give. You got to hear God's voice and be willing to obey and respond.
Amen.
Give God a hand clap. So the offering basket, thank you, sir, passes me. I put it in. That was on a Sunday. That Tuesday, Pastor Steve's secretary at that time, Sister Keisha, she called me. She said, Pastor Steve wants to see you. Are you available? Ain't no such thing, am I available? I can come right now.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes, yes.
Pour, pass over opportunities repeatedly.
My God.
Pour is what? Pass over.
Opportunity.
Well, you got to prepare yourself repeatedly. You got to prepare yourself for the opportunities that's coming this year.
Amen.
I got 1 clap, 2 clap.
Amen.
Well, didn't much happen last year. I got all excited at the beginning of last year, and it was just a lot of letdown. So I don't want to get too excited, because I see a light in the tunnel and ends up as nothing but a freight train.
My Lord.
As long as you think like that, that's what you will. It's something called the law of attraction. Every seed reproduces after its own kind. And you attract what you think. You attract who you are.
Amen.
I told you, remind me of what overseer said. Y'all forgot to? She said something in the office. She said, I'm going to get it right, relationships is currency. Hello, somebody. Relationship. When people buy a product, they don't buy the product, they buy the person.
That's right.
Now, Airmark sneakers are the best sneakers for running and exercising. But the most popular sneaker is Michael. Nikes. So we don't buy, we buy because those are Jordans. And I know how much they cost. I'm not one to make them rich. Somebody say amen. I just can't make Tommy Hilfiger and Jordan and now, you know, come on, somebody. You get to a point that you get over all that. My younger days in travel, I did that. Had a ring on every finger and gold and diamonds and all that. But you get to the point after a while, none of that really matters, because I want most of the attention to be on Jesus. Come on, somebody.
Amen.
Give the Lord a hand clap. So I told her, I said, yes, I can be available Tuesday at 10 o'clock. When I got there and he took me in his office, he was on the phone with Joyce Myers. He said, let me get back with you, because I have a young man that I need to talk to. And I'm still nervous. I'm trying to figure out, what does he want with me? When the pastor wants to see you, y'all know y'all have been in, you get nervous. You think about, Lord, did I do anything? Did I do something?
Yeah.
You plead the blood? Come on, somebody. God, you don't show us some. You don't show Bishop some. So before you go in, you say, I plead the blood of Jesus. Lord, forgive me for all my sins. Oh, God, oh, God.
Oh, goodness.
with him. He said, Brother Hughes, he said, you know, and I don't, and they'll tell you, I'm not one for titles, because the fivefold ministry, there were not titles, there were descriptions of ministry, the apostle, the prophet, the pastor, what else? Evangelist, and the what? And the teacher. He said, I've been praying for you, and somehow God is telling me to sponsor you in school. Do you want to go back to school? I said, yes, sir. See, y'all missed it. My seed connected my favor.
Amen.
Oh,
Amen.
come on, somebody. Can I say it again? My seed connected my favor. And I said, yes, Pastor C. He said, what do you want? I said, I'm not going to go all the way for it. I said, I want my doctorate in Christian psychology. He said, well, if God spoke for me to pay, if God spoke to me to pay for it and to sponsor you, I guess I'm responsible to pay for it.
Amen.
God used him to pay for it. My research for my dissertation, come on somebody. When I couldn't travel, there was a check for $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, come on somebody. He came in my life right on time.
Amen. Amen.
I was chairman after that, chairman of the board for about school for about 2 years, and then God moved me on. But I'm saying, and I never thought it like that, tell somebody your seed
Your seed
connects your favor.
connects your
Say it
favor.
loud, what?
Your seed connects your favor.
Give me 15 minutes, read that. The part about he shall show you, 1 Samuel 9. 1 Samuel 9. The part that said that he shall, somebody say hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
He shall show us our way. Right? And the servant answered Saul again and said, behold, I have, the verse 8, verse 9, before time in Israel when the men went to inquire the Lord, come and let us go to the seer, for that he is called, now called the prophet, was before time what? Called a what? A seer. Somebody say a seer.
A seer.
Now I want you to go over to, let's see, I want you to go over to Exodus, now go to Hosea 12. Somebody say Hosea the 12th chapter.
Hosea the 12th
Amen.
chapter.
Turn there. Hosea 12. Look at somebody say, I love the word. See, now that's what I was saying. In order for the prophetic to work for you, there's principles. The prophecy is not going to work if your thinking is wrong. Can I say it again? You can give a person can have $10 million. And if their thinking is not right, in 3 or 4 years, you see them, they just as broke as Job's turkey.
My God.
Why? Because mentally, they were not ready for it. That's why God takes us through a transformation in our mind. Be not conformed, but what? Transformed by the renewing of what? Of our mind. So he want to get our mind straight. So when he blesses us, we cannot just have, but we'll be able to hold. Some folks can get it, but they can't hold on to it.
Yes, yes.
They get money, but they can't what? It's like water going through your hands, and your pockets is like holes in your pockets.
Yeah.
Somebody say hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Come on, read it, Hosea 12:13. Anybody, come on.
And by a prophet the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt.
By a prophet, I said last night that you need, and thank God that you have a prophet and a prophetess.
Amen.
Only one amen. I'm talking about your leaders. I got a few other
Amen.
folks.
Amen.
Say amen.
Amen.
Give them a hand clap. Come on, somebody. Read it.
And by a prophet was he preserved.
So by prophet, he brought him out and take it and preserved them. Come on.
Ephraim provoked him anger most bitterly. Therefore shall he leave his blood upon him.
We don't get to that part. So what happens is that God used a prophet to bring them out. So you just can't come to unity and get delivered and never come back.
No.
Or get healed, or prophetess minister to you and you get it, say, well, I got it now, so I ain't got to go back over to unity because I can go to the first church of the Frigidaire. But God has to use her to preserve you also. This year, 2019, there's some of you tonight that God's gonna take you to another realm of faith and challenge your faith because He's setting you up to prosper you.
Amen.
I got one amen, two amen.
Amen.
This is your set time to prosper. Tell somebody, this is my set time
This is my set time
to prosper.
to prosper.
Even, see, it's what you got to use your authority. It wasn't the authority of God that opened the Red Sea. We said, well, God, and, overall He did. But He told Moses, take the rod that's in your hand. God works with what's in your hand.
Yes, yes.
Come on, somebody. God said, why, in essence, He said, why are you praying to me? Use what's in your own hand. Don't plead and beg, please God, please God. He said, I want you to use your own authority. Look at your hands and say, my hands are blessed.
My hands are blessed.
Everything I touch
Everything I touch
is going to be blessed.
is going to be
I
blessed.
shall lay hands on the sick.
I shall lay
And they
hands on
shall
the sick,
recover.
and they shall
Can I tell you
recover.
something before we finish? Look at me. It was not Jesus that multiplied the fish in the loaves. No, it was not Jesus that did it. He prayed a prayer, held it up, said, Father, I thank you. Then He distributed in the hand of the disciples. Come on, somebody. And as they broke off, it began, overall it was God, but it did not happen through the hands of Jesus. It happened through the hands of the disciples. As they broke off and as they gave it, it began, I wish I had some help here. It began to multiply. What are you saying, Brother Hughes? I'm saying it's in your hand.
Yes.
Oh, I feel like, take off a run for me, brother. Somebody say hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Come on, somebody praise Him.
Hallelujah.
Look at your hands. As they broke it and began to distribute it, come on, somebody, it multiplied.
Amen.
He said, I give you. So what are you saying? Your finances, your money is getting ready. I thought somebody get excited. Your finances, your money is getting ready
Hey, hallelujah.
from your own,
Jesus' hands.
from your own hands.
Yes,
Come on, you're seeding. I wish I get something up here. Look at somebody and say, I'm not holding back this year.
I'm not holding
Whatever
back.
God requires of me,
Yes.
that I'm going to do. Shake somebody's hand like you're going to shake it off and tell them, this is my year. Come on, stand on your feet and say, this is my year.
This is my
I'm
year.
activating my faith.
Activating my
Come on, I'm activating my faith. I'm not going to wait for God to move, but I'm going to move Him. Come on, say, I'm going to move Him. Because I know my faith moved God. Say it again. What key is that? Keep an E flat. Keep an E flat. Somebody say hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
E flat. That's good. I thought you was going to modulate, but that's you went right to it. Give my hand. Oh, are you modulating? Oh, somebody say amen. I got to work on that while I'm here. Come on, somebody. That's the only thing about those new electronics. You can modulate, but then you get somewhere where there's no electric keyboard. You can't modulate. That spoils a lot of you new musicians. Lift your hands right now. There's some folks here that God's going to use your hands. Somebody say hands, my hands. Just say it again, my hands to prosper. Lift your hands and begin to worship Him right now. That young lady in the back, somebody go back there and help her. She don't have to come, but a couple of other missionaries right there in the back, right there to the right. Begin to, no, to the, yeah, right there. Begin to praise God with her. Come on, somebody. Because God's moving for her right now. She don't have to come up. Just help her praise and tell her just to. He ain't told me nothing yet to tell her, but just get her praise to God. Come on, get her praise to God. Come on, come on. Come on, don't praise me, but give God the praise. Give Him the praise. want you to say there's money in my hand.
In my hand.
Candy, 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 candy. Somebody say hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Who's Candy? She's Candy? Well, give God a hand clap right now.
Hallelujah.
Come on and do Candy. Run, run, run. She don't keep the shoes on. So run again. Everything's all right now, Candy. Everything's all right. When I lay my hands on you, look at that. When I lay my hands, look at me, look at me, look at me. I don't know you. Never talk to you. You live in this church. You come all the time. God's gonna reward you for that.
Hallelujah.
2019. This is the 2015, 2016 were 2 years that the devil fought you like hell. Am I right? But you came out, and now God is getting ready. He's getting ready to reward you because you weathered the storm. You was like those in Florida. They have palm trees, and those palm trees may lean, but they don't break. Come on, somebody.
Amen.
And the devil wanted to break you down, and you did not break. You determined to be the last woman standing. Come on, somebody.
Amen.
Am I talking to you? And in between now, and let me tell you something. I don't believe in dates and times on something unless I know for sure. I don't put a date and time on something. In 2 days I'm gone. And no. But between now and September, there's going to be a shift. Come on, somebody. Now, there was great pain, great emotional hurt, and stay with me, brother, great emotional hurt and pain. And that the enemy, am I talking to you? The enemy came to destroy your self-image, your self-esteem, your self-confidence, but somehow you reached down and you got it back now. And God said he's moving you from the back of the line to the front. First shall be last, last shall be first. You're getting ready to get your breakthrough. The attack is over. Come on, somebody. And God said, I'm moving for Candy right now. Give God some praise. Let it go. Come on, let it go. Come on, somebody praise him right now. Come on, give him the praise right now. Come on, somebody help him praise. Come on, help him praise him right now. Come on and praise him right now. Come on and give him the praise. Give him the praise. Give him the praise. Come on, give him the praise. Don't tell 4 people I'm getting my breakthrough right now. Come on, get us to see. Don't tell 4 people I'm getting my breakthrough right now. I'm getting my breakthrough right now. I'm getting my breakthrough right now.
Right now.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. God, hallelujah. That young lady right there, hold on to the wall. Get up and just give God some praise. He didn't tell me what to tell you yet, but just give him the praise. Come on, give the praise. Come on. Matter of fact, get in the aisle and praise him. Come on and give him the praise right now. Y'all help her praise him. Come on. Somebody say 2019, I declare and I decree. Come on, say I declare and I decree that it's my year of natural blessing, spiritual blessing. How many believe it? I don't know, but tomorrow at 12:30, I feel the anointing of impartation. That you grow in the gifts of the Spirit, and you begin to hear things, and you stay under leadership and be mentored with these leaders. And God opened up your spiritual ears and spiritual eyes. Somebody say Tuesday at 12:30. Come on, say it loud. There's stand up. There's wealth right here. Yes, stand up. What church you go to? You right here? Somebody say, man, step in the aisle there. You don't have to come up. What are you doing career-wise now? Career-wise, what are you doing? Okay, just help me on. What you say? Put up your mic back there, so the fan's going. I don't. Yeah, take it back there so I can hear them. Somebody say amen. Thank you. I hate to repeat it again. How long you been doing that? Stay with me, Mom. I need you. It's a little, huh?
9 years.
9 years. That's getting to be a shift.
Amen.
You know how in the cars, the automatics, you take them in, not automatic, but stick shift.
Yeah.
Stick shift, you take them and you shift gear, right? Not only God's not going to shift the gear for you, but God told me to tell you to shift the gear. Come on, somebody.
Amen.
And I don't know how much you're making now, but I'm looking at $110,000, $120,000 a year. Some major things are getting ready to open for you. Somebody say hallelujah. I want you to go up there and just kneel down and let overseer lay hands on you. Quickly, somebody say, watch your step. Come on, somebody praise him right now.
Hallelujah.
Come on, praise him right now.
Hallelujah.
Come on, somebody praise him right now. Come on, give him the praise. Come on. Overseer still praying, but don't come on. Don't get quiet. Come on and praise him. Say it again, 2019 is mine. Make it quick. You don't know about your name, but tell him it's what?
I am.
It's mine. I hear the Lord saying there's some people that's sitting. There's some people that's sitting in heavenly places.
Amen. Amen.
Come on, somebody. And when you sit, I want you to, where'd you go? Come here, I want you to sit right there. You're sitting in heavenly places.
Amen.
Somebody say hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I know you're right here. I want you to come sit. You're sitting in heavenly places tonight. Oh, lift your hands and praise him. Sister, I forgot that the Holy Ghost, I forgot. Tracy, come sit right there. Hallelujah. Lift your hands and praise him right now.
Hallelujah.
Oh, come on and praise him. Come on and praise him. Who else, Lord? Come on and praise him right now. So you lady right there. That's clapping right here, you with faith. Come on. I need these 2 chairs right here. Somebody say thank you. You sit right there. Hallelujah. Lift your hands and worship him.
Amen.
Tonight some folks are sitting in, oh, you're helping me. Heavenly. You're softly in heaven.